Thank you, thank you. Thank you, please. Thank you. Well, I'm super happy to accept this, first of all, because it comes from TIFF, Toronto, and Roger Ebert. You know, I met Roger once when I showed Pan's Labyrinth around 2005 in Cannes, and he said, the greatest tribute I can tell you is that I am so sorry we can't be friends, because I'm a critic and you're a director. But he wrote the movie in his greatest movies list and his book, and he was always a guiding light, and he was always saying that the greatest empathy machine ever created was cinema, which is absolutely true. You know, and we live in a world that is really, really different to the world that we experienced back then in 2005. You know, it's a world that now wants to tell us loud and clear that art is not important. They want to insist that it can be done by an app, that it can be done by anyone, and that is something that is just a commodity, but it isn't. They want us senseless, they want us separated, and they want us hopeless, and we cannot allow that to happen. Which brings me to Canada. Because, look, Canadians are modest and shy, except on traffic and hockey. They go really crazy there, really violent. But in the meantime, they don't like to talk about their achievements. So it takes a Mexican to tell you that, Canada is a bastion of hope in the world right now. That TIFF, which is 50 and 60, so it's a whippersnapper TIFF, but TIFF also holds dear the same principles that were true and cherished when it was founded, which is to make a platform in which voices can be heard from all over the world, and they can be heard by, I may add, the greatest audience in any festival in the world. And I came here a few years before I met Roger and had Pan's Labyrinth. Just 7 years before, the Weinsteins had fired me on a Friday on Mimic in Toronto, rehired me on a Monday in Toronto, and I continued to finish the goddamn movie. I'm here, they're not. You know why they call it a Mexican standoff? I can tell you why. You know, but I think a few years before it was hopeless. And I was able to survive that experience because I was in Toronto. And even in that year of hopelessness, I realized how amazing the crew was. And for the last more than 15 years, with Miles Dale, my partner, I've been endeavoring to show how great Toronto can be. And what a center of excellence it is. And I'm very happy to accept this also because it's sort of a culmination of 30 years as a storyteller with a movie that I thought was impossible, a movie that I thought I understood when I was a son, but realized I couldn't have understood it until I became a father. And then everything makes sense. And it was part, I want to thank Dan, Bella, and Ted, because they've given me 3 of my 5 bucket list. You owe me 2. You owe me 2, and I'm going to collect. But mainly I want to say how cherished this city is to me, how cherished TIFF is. I try to teach a couple of master classes every year. Please go to them. They pay me with food, by the way. They don't pay me. Just that and rebate. And to tell you, please be proud. be proud of your city, be proud of what it means, be proud of your country, and I, as a Mexican, tell you, be proud. Thank you very much.